Do you have anything at home that's sentimental that you've been hanging on to for maybe many years because it's from a place in the world that is very special to you and your family? I certainly do have some things like that that I'm ready to let go of today, even though it's not easy. These two pairs of gloves were hand woven in Estonia. My father's Estonian, and I've been there a couple of times. My parents have been a few times. So over the last 15 or so, 20 years of us going there, we've accumulated a lot of things from Estonia. It doesn't mean every single one of those is extremely important. It certainly doesn't mean every single one of those things is used. So this winter, for probably the fifth time, I'm going through my gloves and scarves, and I realize once again, I look at these, they do not bring me joy because my heart sinks and I think, oh, I'm not wearing those. They should be worn. But I have a pair of ski gloves and a pair of leather gloves that I always turn to. So somebody made these with the intention that they would be worn, and I'm not wearing them. So you might say, well, but Kacy, they're Estonian, you can't get rid of them. That's a story I've been telling myself for years now at this point, but I am ready to get rid of them for a couple of reasons. I don't feel good seeing them. I feel guilty that I'm not wearing them. They take up space. We have precious little space downstairs in the foyer where we keep those things. So for me to get rid of this is actually quite a bit, and it buys me some space, and I've actually already been able to shift things around and go down from a box, medium box and a small box to just a medium box. So the other thing is they're meant to be used. I'd like to see that somebody's using them. So I may just donate them to a shelter. I've got them pinned together. I may take them to the thrift store. I may even just try to get a couple bucks for them on eBay, not even to make a lot of money, but maybe to know that they're going to somebody who's also Estonian or wants something from that place. No matter what I do, when I get rid of them, I'm going to put a little tag on that says handmade in Estonia, so the provenance sort of carries with it. That's what really makes them special. And what I also want to share with you is something that makes getting rid of sentimental items a little bit easier, is if you're able to ask yourself the question of, is there anything else I have from that place or from that time that is maybe more meaningful and maybe even takes up less space? I actually do. So these are some pins that we bought in Estonia that are much closer and nearer and dearer to my heart than these gloves, because we bought them as a family on the street at a little festival. They're very, very old, and they have my last name on them, Paide, P-A-I-D-E. Now, if any Estonians are watching, you know I'm butchering my last name, and it's more like Paide. My father's from a tiny town in central Estonia called Paide, and these pins, you can imagine us squealing with joy when we found these and we're rummaging through this bowl of hundreds of pins to find these. So this is a really happy memory. They're so unique, they're so one of a kind, they're so precious, and they take up a fraction of the space of the glove. So actually, because I have these, it makes letting go of these much easier. So I share this story because I want it to be easier for you to maybe let go of something that has to do with your family or your past or your ancestry. Just because you have something like this does not mean you have to keep it forever. These gloves will have a life that is much richer than sitting in a plastic bin in my closet. So please share your story in the comments if you have something similar that you're now much easier. You feel much easier about letting go of. Again, I'm a professional organizer here in Maryland, and I have been since 2001. And I'd like to think of myself as fairly minimal, certainly organized, but it takes so much time. Every single day, I feel like I'm making decisions like this. And I just wanted to kind of give you a peek behind the curtain into my own internal dialogue, which is probably very similar to yours. But at the end of the day, I want you to know that just because something is extremely special and sentimental might not be reason enough to keep that thing forever. So please visit my site, theinspiredoffice.com, where I have about 500 blog posts that are somewhat similar to this that inspire and encourage you to let go and be more organized, especially in the office. And if you're interested in working together, I'm here in Maryland, right on the DC line. I've worked with probably 700 clients over the years, and I do travel and offer virtual consultations. Thank you so much for stopping by, and please leave your story. Don't forget to leave a comment.